Now, the Russian President Vladimir Putin has asked the West to stop supplying weapons to Ukraine. In a telephonic conversation with the French President Emmanuel Macron, Putin accused Ukraine of committing war crimes, and he accused Europe of ignoring them. According to the Kremlin readout of the conversation, Putin told Macron to halt the supply of weapons to Ukraine and put relevant pressure to stop the atrocities. Macron is one of the few Western leaders to have spoken to Putin since the invasion. He has spent hours on their telephone calls trying to negotiate a resolution to the conflict in Ukraine. This phone call comes just hours after the British Prime Minister addressed to the Ukrainian Parliament. The United Kingdom has announced a new military aid to Ukraine worth over $370 million, which will include radar drones and armored vehicles.
We are sending many thousands of weapons of every kind, including tanks now and armoured vehicles. In the coming weeks, we in the UK will be sending you Brimstone anti-ship missiles and Stormer anti-aircraft systems. And we're providing armoured vehicles to evacuate civilians from areas under attack and protect officials, as what Volodymyr mentioned to me in our most recent call, protect officials while they maintain critical infrastructure. I can announce today from the UK government a new package of support totalling £300 million, including radars to pinpoint the artillery bombarding your cities, heavy lift drones to supply your forces, and thousands of night vision devices.
Now, Britain is one of Ukraine's most prominent international supporters, and the British Prime Minister is the first world leader to address the Ukrainian legislature since invasion. Joining via a video link, Boris Johnson echoed the words of UK's World War II Prime Minister Winston Churchill, calling the response to the Russian invasion of Ukraine the country's finest hour.
You have exploded the myth of Putin's invincibility, and you've written one of the most glorious chapters in military history and in the life of your country. The so-called irresistible force of Putin's war machine has broken on the immovable object of Ukrainian patriotism and love of country. This is Ukraine's finest hour, that will be remembered and recounted for generations to come.